Hello and welcome to Gripped here, and welcome back to my channel. Now for today's video, I want to thank you guys so much for 8,000 subscribers. I know it isn't like a million or anything like that, but it still means a lot to me. And that's why I'm here doing this video, because I just want to express how thankful I am for you guys subscribing. And this video just isn't going to be me thanking you guys. I'm also going to be giving you guys updates on projects I'm going to be working on. One of which is Child's Play Revival, which I get asked about quite a bit. Now, for those who do not know what Child's Play Revival is, it is a Chucky fan film that I am working on. And at the moment, it's not really being worked on because I was writing the script and I just came to the conclusion that I did not like where I was going, so I pretty much just said, you know what, I'm gonna rewrite this, I'm gonna start from scratch. Some of the plot's still gonna be the same, like some of the events are still gonna very well happen, but the things that lead up to these events will be different, if that makes any sense to you guys. So I just want to come here real quick and just say that it's not really being worked on that much for that reason alone, but I do want to work on it more very soon. I've also been thinking about how I want to incorporate the mouth movements of Chucky, and I do have a way that I want to do it, but it will cost me money. It's not going to be like a really big fan film like Charles. This is just going to be something that's I'm going to make for fun, for people to enjoy, and to help me improve my filmmaking skills. So just a heads up, this isn't going to be anything like Charles. It's completely different. Child's Play Revival is mainly just going to be done by me, and then some props are going to be provided to me by other people, and the music is done by Don Balla Studios, which is a good friend of mine. And just a heads up, it's probably going to only be like 20 minutes long, which I'm not aiming to make anything feature length. I just want something short and sweet. I'm not sure when Revival will come out, but I am guessing that I may or may not have it done by next year, but I can't make any promises. But I will try my best to get that out to you guys when I'm able to. Which brings me to my next project, Chucky vs. Slappy 3. This is another project to get asked about a lot. I know a lot of you guys are excited for this one, and I'm excited to bring it to you guys too. I want to tell a completely different story. I want to establish Slappy as an actual villain in this one. I don't want to say too much, but there's a lot that I want to do for Chucky vs. Slappy 3, and I'm glad that I delayed it from April 28th. Because for those of you guys who did not know, Chucky vs. Slappy 3 was initially set to release on April 28th, earlier this year, but due to quarantine, that got pushed back, which now I'm kind of thankful for, because that gave me more time to gather up some stuff to do this sequel. So Chucky vs. Slappy 3 will be the best it could be, that's more than fine with me. But now you guys are probably wondering, when is Chucky vs. Slappy 3 going to come out? Well, I want it to kind of come out between months October and December. I'm not sure when within those windows it will come out, but I will try my best to get it out as soon as possible. And just a heads up, I know you guys want to see an AK special. I'm going to try to make Chucky vs. Slappy 3 that AK special. I mean, My Little Chucky 2.0 might come out before then, because I do want to get that finished, because it's like 40 or 50% done filming. So I do want to finish that, but I want to put a lot of work into Chucky vs. Slappy 3. But that's my whole take on Chucky vs. Slappy 3. I want to talk about the future of my channel. Now, I really do like talking about horror news in my videos. It's a lot of fun. But I'll be honest with you guys, I want to do stuff other than that too. I want to have a bigger focus on short films and skits in the future. Which doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing other content like, you know, the horror news or like shelved horror and forgotten horror. I'm gonna keep doing all that stuff. But I also want to have a bigger focus on filmmaking and stuff like that, as I'm an aspiring filmmaker. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to work on anything for a very long time, but I do want to get more into it. I am excited to start working on stuff though, because it's a big passion of mine. I want to be a horror film director, and that's like my biggest dream. And so in the future, I want to focus more on doing stuff like that and doing skits. The skits do help me improve my filmmaking. And I almost forgot, Chucky vs. Slappy 3, I should just mention real quick, has kind of a bar over all the other stuff I want to work on. After Chucky vs. Slappy 3 is done, I could work on other projects that I want to do. Just a quick example, Spassy and the Sinister Posse show, which I've been planning in my head for around 5 to 6 years. I've had this idea that I wanted to do for a very long time about a group of slashers that live in one house together. These slashers include Dreadface, Clown Claws, Illusion Man, Chucky, and me. I don't know if I really classify myself as a slasher in this series, but this is a project I've been wanting to do for a very long time. It's a horror comedy. If you guys like my skits like Chucky vs. Slappy 3 and the Birthday Clown skits, then I think you guys are really gonna love Spassy. It's the same kind of humor, some of the same characters even, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it when it comes out. I often daydream in my head some of the scenarios I want to put Dreadface, and Clown Claws, and Illusion Man, just the whole entire Sinister Posse in this series. I should mention that this series, as well as future skits, like for example, I was thinking about doing a series called The Dollhouse, where it's a bunch of dolls that live in a house together, and it's pretty much them just like Spassy, doing a bunch of different things together and going through a bunch of different scenarios. I'm really excited to bring that series to you guys because some of you guys even are huge fans of Dreadface. A lot of people even like Clown Claws. And they're both characters I've created, and some people mention how much they like these characters and they want to see more of them, and I do want to bring you more of these characters. And Illusion Man, not a lot of people know about, but I want to bring people more of him too. And all these characters, I just want to flesh them out so badly. Like, I want to give them so much personality, so much character that at the moment they do not have, and Spassy will give them that opportunity. I think after Spassy does come out, a lot of people are going to end up loving these characters. And after Chucky vs. Slappy 3 comes out, I could start on it finally. Literally, Chucky vs. Slappy 3 is the only thing in the way of this series, because the series will take place after Chucky vs. Slappy 3. They're both in the same continuity. I just don't want to do skits. I want to also do short films, fan films, pretty much serious stuff. I want to do fan films such as my upcoming fan film, Don't Scream, a Dead Silence fan film. I also want to at one point do a Scream fan film. I also want to do really scary stuff though. Like for example, I really want to do a home invasion short horror film, because as someone who was really terrified of The Strangers when I first saw it as a kid, I want to actually explore home invasion and do something with that and kind of put my own twist on it. That's why I want to do more film related stuff. I'm really passionate about this stuff, and being able to bring this stuff to life would be a dream come true. There's a lot I want to do, and I feel like there's a lot of experiences to be had. I feel like there's a lot that I need to do before I start working on some of the bigger projects I have planned. And I know that I can make it to this point someday, even if it takes me a while. But aside from me just talking about a lot of the future plans for this channel, where I kind of put aside horror news a little more, I will still do videos on stuff like that, and then also do film related stuff aside from all that. Now, aside from everything that I've talked about in this video, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for 8,000 subscribers. I know this video is coming a bit late as I hit 8,000 about a week or two ago, but I feel like better late than never. I just want to voice my thanks to you guys because, I mean, this is all I do. I don't do anything but YouTube. I even lose sleep over doing this. This is important to me. This gives me purpose, and I'm more than happy to sit here and do videos for you guys because I know that I'm entertaining people. I know that I'm cheering someone up at least, and that's all that really matters to me. I just want to entertain people. I just want to provide some of my ideas to them in the form of film. I want to talk about the things I love, like horror films, video game series like Time Splitters, Manhunt. I want to help people discover things that they wouldn't discover otherwise. A good example is a video that I did on a canceled project. It's named Humpty Dumpty 3D and never saw the light of day. Being able to sit here and do this content for you guys is a major privilege to me, and I really appreciate all of you guys for standing by me and watching me and subscribing and following me on Instagram. Seriously, I would not be here without you guys, and I really appreciate all of you guys. There's so much I want to do in the future, and actually, I don't want to say a whole lot of the stuff that I'm planning, but I have a big list of videos I have planned for the future, and I mean, I'm never going to run out of ideas because there's just so much I want to do. I'm always coming up with ideas of things in my head, and honestly, it's overwhelming sometimes. There's just so much I want to do, and it feels like there's not much time, or some days I'm just not feeling it. Like, I don't want to do anything. I'm just not motivated to do anything at all. And unfortunately, that's what I suffer from sometimes. I'll procrastinate. I just won't work on anything. Sometimes I'll stick to myself, and it's all because I don't have the motivation to do stuff, and I'm trying to change that a bit. Which could also be the reason as to why I'm not working on scripts as much as I should be, because I have major writer's block as well. I'm either not motivated enough to write, or just can't think of ways to introduce these ideas onto paper, or in a sense, onto Google Docs, because that's what I use to write. But I'm trying to get out of that hole. I don't like feeling unmotivated, but I suffer from it a lot, unfortunately. But I'm trying my best to get out of that hole and make more content for you guys. But I just love being heard by all you guys. And I'll be honest, I was never the most popular kid at school either. I had like 1 or 2 friends in real life, not very many. But doing YouTube has allowed me to meet a bunch of amazing people. Literally, the whole Charles team is a good example. There are people that I talk to all the time on my Discord server. Like, for example, Don Balla Studios, which, like I said before, is the composer for Child's Play Revival. There's Logan and Fanboy Critic, who also appear in some of my videos. If it wasn't for this YouTube stuff, I would have never met Damn Dude Industries, which actually just recently hit 5,000 subscribers. So congrats to him. I mean, those are just examples, but I mean, if I sat here and listed all the amazing people I've met from doing this, I'd be here forever. But doing YouTube, even though I don't have the biggest following, I still have a following, and that's all that matters to me, that I'm at least heard from some people. And so for that, I appreciate all of you guys. It's super important to me because, like I said, this is all I really do. This is the thing I'm really proud of doing, and I'm gonna keep doing for more years to come. And one thing before I go, I want to mention the 8K special stream that I'm doing soon. Now obviously this isn't the actual 8K special, as that will be much later on, but this is something that I want to do just as a way of celebrating until I could get that out to you guys. And I know I have a bunch of other streams planned that I want to do, but I want this stream to be specifically for 8K. Originally in the stream I was going to play random horror games, but I did a voting poll recently because I bought Fall Guys and I wanted to see if people would rather see that. And well, as of this recording, people really want to see me play Fall Guys on stream. So later today in the afternoon, that's what I'll be playing. So definitely turn on notifications and keep an eye out for that stream. But that's all for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. And definitely subscribe to Become a Slasher. All social media links and my merch down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching me ramble for minutes. I've been recording for about 30 minutes, but with the power of editing, it'll be a lot shorter probably. I appreciate you guys for tuning in no matter how long I was sitting here talking. I just wanted to get a lot off my chest. There's a lot of plans I have for the future of this channel, and I want to give the update on some projects that I get asked about a lot. And I overall wanted to have a heart-to-heart moment and talk about how I feel about doing this YouTube stuff, because it's been a pretty big part of my life for the last few years. Before I go, make sure to follow me on Instagram. That's pretty much the main social media platform that I'm active on. So if you want to chat to me or like my posts, follow me on Instagram. It's Nightmare Crypt. But I gotta also mention, I'm really bad at replying to DMs, so I apologize if you message me and I get to you late. I'm really bad at it, so I apologize in advance, but I'm out here. and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget, guys, to keep on slashing.